We've got questions still coming in on Twitter and social media anyway. And Sophie asks us, I've got quite a few different savings accounts I seem to have accumulated over the years. Should I consolidate these? Is there any point?
I think look at the rates that you're getting, because often you'll be tempted by some really good introductory rates on savings vehicles that you may have completely forgotten and they're just not there anymore. And take advantage of the new guidelines around ISAs as well. If you can put more money in this year and you can transfer something into a tax-free savings vehicle and it's going to give you a better interest rate, then do so.
I think the key thing about consolidating your savings is that by putting them all into one bundle, then you're putting them all into the same position. That might be a position of instant accessibility. It might be a position where you're tying the money up for a fixed period, and therefore whatever you do needs to fit with your budget, to come back to that, and it needs to fit with your cash flow. And you've also always got to think about how prudent you actually need to be, because life is full of surprises.
I think every year you need to sit down and do a personal balance sheet. Everybody needs to do this, to see what your assets are this year, to see how much your home has changed, how much your savings account has changed, your ISAs, to look at your liabilities, and then find out what your net worth is, if it's negative or if it's becoming positive. Therefore, you start to look at each of these components and you'll start to see where you need to make changes in those so that you are making the best decision for your long-term financial future, so that you get to see where you stand on an annual basis. And sometimes there'll be surprises there, like a checking account or a savings account that you have isn't paying that much because the introductory period has gone up. You need to move that money.
An awful lot of savings products that are available for consumers work on a tiered basis, and therefore the interest rate that people can get paid on their savings goes up when they reach certain benchmarks, and therefore that's also worth taking into account if you've got lots of small savings accounts that might be at the bottom tier, that putting them together, or even putting some of them together, will actually increase the rate of interest that you could get.